Hey everyone, it's Alan, the Fireman 1028. Doing another video, follow-up to our empty mileage loop with our 2018 Ram 2500 Cummins diesel, fully deleted and tuned. Today we're taking a trip from Charlotte, South Charlotte, North Carolina, down to Columbia, South Carolina, pulling some equipment down there. So we've got our 7x14 rock solid enclosed trailer with a walk behind floor scrubber in there. So you know, it's a tall trailer. It's got a good frontal area, so it doesn't get great mileage. So we're going to pull it down there with our our Ram 2500 and just kind of see what mileage we get. Traffic should be fairly light. Weather conditions about the same as yesterday. It's about 50 degrees. This is early February of 25, and like I said, it'd be interesting to see. I haven't pulled this trailer with this truck yet, and it might be the only time I get to pull it, as we're selling this truck to our mechanic that does all of our maintenance and everything. He's incredibly excited to get a hold of it. Called me yesterday. We've been waiting on the title to come in. The finance company lost the title and a bunch of crap, but it like I said, it usually gets really good mileage. Pulling my old enclosed trailer, so we'll give some notes as to what our 23 Ram 3500 that's replacing this truck, what it is getting now. So it'll be interesting to see. So I'll get back to you. All right, truck is topped off. Let's reset our trip. Let's reset our instant as well. And then, like I said, here's our route today. We're going from the quick trip on Arrowwood down to Greystone Boulevard. So hour and 21 minutes, 87 miles. Same thing on the return trip. So we're gonna be about 150, 60, 170, somewhere in that ballpark. So we're gonna run the speed limit the whole way down. We're gonna run with exhaust brake on. We're gonna run with tow haul mode on. And interesting to see how she pulls. See you back shortly. All right, we're about 16 miles in, coming through Rock Hill right now. We reset everything and we're sitting at 14.4 miles per gallon. This truck, especially being deleted, has zero issue pulling it. 68 RFE with the Randy's transmission, Baby Maker 1000 valve body, which is absolutely the best named product ever. And the thermal bypass and the deeper pan. Let me show you while we're driving down the road here. We pull up the, even though it's a cool morning, you see tires are inflated properly. Trans temperature, 114 degrees. Middle of summertime, exactly the same. The work that was done on that, this transmission runs as absolutely cool as it can. That's about as hot as it'll ever get. I've had some other trucks. Had a 2015 F-150, actually still have the truck. Pulled a small camper up the mountains and I hit 230, 235 with a trans temp. So enough that I would consider pulling over and letting it cool down and everything. So, but like I said, with the tuning on this truck and the work on the transmission, it's been flawless. Don't have an EGT probe, but I would assume that everything stays nice and low there. Never had a bit of issues. So we just went up to 116. So anyway, so we'll keep an eye on the mileage. Charlotte to Columbia, it's a little hilly. You might have a little bit of breeze, but we're averaging 14 right now, according to the dash. Now, once we get finished, we'll do a hand calculated and see where that comes out. We'll go from there. All right, update number 2. We're cruising down I-77. We're at 52 miles. We're maintaining 72 miles an hour with cruise control. It's a beautiful morning, 51 degrees. Averaging, it says 13.5. I was expecting a little higher than that. And maybe we will on the return trip with the trailer empty. But, not too bad. So we'll see you back here in a little bit with another update. All right, we're approaching exit 27 Blythewood Road in Columbia. We're at 68.5 miles. Looks like somebody just had an accident. How you do that, I don't understand. Anyway, still sitting at 13.5 miles per gallon. Again, maybe a little disappointed in that. I was expecting a little higher. maybe the return trip will produce something a little better. So again, we got a headwind this time, we'll have a tailwind next time. But no, everything's going nice and smooth. This truck pulls absolutely fantastic. It does. The 2500s, starting I guess the 4th gen, went to coil springs in the rear, and up through, I guess they still do with the 2500s. And so they tend to squat a little bit with the heavier loads. I did put Firestone airbags in the back of this one, which helped out a bunch. I don't think I have any air in them right now, but you know, they're there for heavier loads. Right here on the right-hand side, if you can see it, this is, as we're passing by, that is the new International Scout factory that's being built in Blythewood. It is a huge facility that they're actually going to manufacture the International Scout, you know, so-called International Scout here in the United States, here in South Carolina actually. It's owned by the Volkswagen Group now, so and it's going to be an all-electric vehicle. I think there might be a gas version down the road. So it's a huge project down here in Blythewood, and a huge project for South Carolina. I mean, really, the auto industry in South Carolina is incredibly strong. With this, you know, with this plant here, you know, there's the big BMW plant in Greenville or Spartanburg. There's a Volvo plant outside of Charleston. You got the Boeing plant. You know, so really, manufacturing is very, very strong in South Carolina. Honda has an ATV plant in South Carolina where they build all their smaller ATVs, and I've got 2 of them. And of course, we'll be doing some reviews of those too. So we're just a little bit left, and we'll be there, and we'll give you an update once we get there to our halfway point. We're at our halfway point. 91.1 miles, 13.6 miles per gallon according to the dash. So we'll stop here, do a little bit of business, and then head on back up to Charlotte, and let's see where we're at. Just a quick update, getting ready to get back on 77. I just want to show how well the exhaust brake works on this 2018 truck. It is significantly better than the one on my 2023 3500 with the Ison. Now the Ison with just, and I run the exhaust brake all the time, even if I'm not pulling anything. I just like having that off throttle, you know, braking action. The Ison with the tow haul mode engaged is very aggressive, but in just regular driving without the exhaust brake, it's hardly even noticeable in sound, but then also in what it does. So still sitting 101 miles, still sitting at 13.5. That should improve, I think, as we head back. I was coming up to that slow point. I just wanted to engage the exhaust brake and just show you guys how impressive this exhaust brake is. So see you in a bit. While we're driving down the road, I figured I'd give an update on the mirrors that we have on this truck. So you can see those aren't your standard Dodge mirrors. This truck, Ram, the 2500 Tradesman, came with the ugliest non-adjustable mirrors that I'd ever seen. And it wasn't until we had, you know, I think one of them got damaged or something, that we decided to replace them with something nicer. So Boosted Auto is where we got these mirrors from. And you know, that they sell mirrors for a lot of different vehicles, but they kind of specialize in the Chevy mirrors. And you know, these fit up perfect. They don't have they are heated, just like the factory mirrors. And but you can get them with turn signals built into them. I mean, you know, the power retract. These do extend out, but it's manual. So, you know, shout out to Boost Auto. I paid for them. You know, paid full price for them. But you can see both sides. They're great mirrors. And you know, like I said, and I'll maybe when we do our final conclusion, I'll pull them out and show you exactly how far out they pull. But they're impressive. They're very steady. They don't vibrate. This top one over here on the right, it's got a little bit of shake to right, we're on the home stretch. We're back across the Catawba River, or as my buddy Brandon calls it, the Mason-Dixon River, because he says the South begins on the other side of that river. But we're at 167 miles, and actually, surprisingly, the mileage is dropping. We're down to 13.1 according to the gauge here. So it feels like the truck's working less, but the gauge is the fuel consumption's not showing that out. So interesting. So we've got about 20 more minutes, and we'll fill it back up, do a top off, and see where we're at. All right, we're pulling back up at our quick trip over off of Arrowwood Road. We'll try to get to our same pump for consistency, which we should be able to. You know, it's the first time I've really driven this truck in 5 months since I got my new truck, and you know, I'm so impressed with this truck. You know, it's a tradesman, so obviously it doesn't have, you know, any amenities. The seats aren't as nice. You know, it's a little louder. The fourth gen's definitely not as, the NVH is higher than it is on the fifth gens, but still just so impressed with this truck. Mileage, I'll show you here, 180.5. So 13.2. So it actually went down a little bit more, so which is surprising. But you know, the drive, fantastic. What a great truck. It's going to serve the new owner well for probably a long time to come. So let's see where we end up. We filled up, waited 30 seconds. Let's top it off. All right, 14.77. Let's put our nozzle away. Somebody made a point saying I called it a pump one time. It's not a pump, it's a nozzle. So let's look at 180.6 divided by our 14.77, which gives us 12.2. So that's a full mile per gallon off of what the dash was showing us, which, you know, any other time it's not a big deal, but when you're, that's 8% difference from what it was showing to what it actually got. So 12.2. So this trailer, while I absolutely love the trailer, it is not the most fuel efficient when it comes to pulling. It's built like a brick house, but it's definitely not very fuel efficient while we're pulling it. So, all right, it's almost identical to what we got in the 23. So the empty highway, the 2018 got significantly better mileage, but towing, obviously not the same loop, towing got the 23 high output actually got better mileage. So that was interesting to see. So thanks for watching. Please, if you like the video, or if you got anything from it, please like it, please comment. You know, I'd like to subscribe to if you can. I'm trying to take this channel and build something with it. So thanks for watching. God bless and roll tide.